What's the most expensive thing you've bought for yourself as a recreational toy, like a Bugatti, for example?
Probably the Bugatti, right?
No, probably the Houston Rockets at 2.2 billion.
East London?
Wherever this
That's where it's at.
is, yeah.
Oh, God. This is going to be a repeat of last.
He's like, why do they keep putting you in the ends, mate?
It's fine. This podcast will be out after the UK press conference. So if we're no longer around, we love you guys and enjoyed the last Impulsive episode ever. Welcome back to Impulsive, by the way, the #1 podcast in the world. Hit that subscribe button. We're coming up on 2 million subscribers. We love doing the show. We love people who listen to the show. Overall, just lots of love.
And people.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I got this chain on.
I saw. It's a funny thing about that chain. For those of you who have not followed the past couple episodes, it's going to be a good one today. First off, our first billionaire on the show, which is a big deal. But Aaron Carter was gracious enough to give me that chain. Well, trade me that chain for my Impulsive chain. The problem is he's been having some beef with Adam 22 after he went on Adam's podcast.
It's just a big mess right now. Like, he's got your chain, Adam's got his chain, you got Aaron's chain.
Yeah.
Now I got Aaron's chain.
Yeah.
And so Aaron rolled up on Adam yesterday at No Jumper Studios.
By the way, with his new face tat.
With the new face
tat. I don't know if you remember on our show, I was like, hey man, like, you need a face tat. He's like, nah, I don't need a face tat to show I'm hard. Next day gets a full face tat.
It's almost like he's easily swayed by things.
It is almost like that. But I have the footage here. I want to roll it because Aaron attempted to go on No Jumper and settle his beef or something.
Your chain is the other way. Hey, there we go. Now it's good.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
I'm
Nice,
good.
nice
Trust me,
chain,
I'm
by the
good.
way.
What's up?
So I'm wearing your chain, and then you show up and you're wearing Logan Paul's chain.
Yeah.
I
How's that
watched
work?
that podcast.
Yeah, well, why was he fucking way cooler than you were after your second fucking podcast?
Oh shit.
Why do I got to watch a podcast with your fucking ass and then be like, no, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah,
This is called the
air
rules.
out the grievances. Yeah.
No, listen. I get that you're used to everyone coming on here
Yang
and
gang.
freaking out.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
But I'm not here to do that.
What do you make of this, Mike?
I can't put my finger on what's happening, bro. Like, I can't. When he came on our show, a lot of people have commented. A lot of people, by the way, wanted a full breakdown of our show. What happened? Why was Mike so quiet? I was quiet out of respect of a guest who, I say this as nicely as possible. Aaron's a great kid. He's been through a lot of shit, but I was being respectful to a guest who has clear mental things going on. He's got some stuff going on right now, and he'll say he doesn't and whatever. But he went on Adam's show, and Adam is the master fucking troll, bro. Like, Adam, he said he was sponsored by Tunes Audio, and Adam said, but are you sponsored by Andrew Yang, though? And started bringing the presidential candidate into it, who Aaron thought was a basketball player. I don't know.
You don't know. I mean, who does at this point?
God.
Yeah, there's just a mix-up of chains, and we thought that was interesting. Turns out, by the way, this one is real. Well, the diamond is. The diamonds on the diamond is real.
What's that rapper face you make when you hold your chain up?
Yeah, you got to put one lip up higher than the other and show your teeth. That's hard.
All right.
It's worth about
You're
$6K.
hot.
The Impulsive chain was worth about $15,000. We lost $10K in a trade, but it's okay. We'd do it for the art. We'd do it for the trade. What else is going on? I noticed you're a little angsty today.
Angry.
Angsty.
Both. And by the way, who the fuck are you to tell me
Okay,
otherwise?
no problem.
I woke up.
Huh? Are you gonna go out with Kylie? Am I gonna go out with Kylie Jenner? Do you want to know something funny about that? So let's talk. So Kylie and Travis supposedly broke up.
Is love real? Does love you know, every time like a celebrity couple breaks up, people are like, there's no hope. Because there's no hope. Because nothing ever told me that fucking Travis Scott would ever have a problem. His last album, he said he don't pick, he just choose. He was already married to her with a fucking kid, bro. The dude, like, damn, I thought they were going to go the distance. I was imagining them in an old people's home together sharing fucking tea, dude.
Yeah. Nah, I'm not gonna go after Kylie. Do you know I did the Food Gods podcast, which by the way was on this set, which I thought was interesting. But in it, I asked him because he's tight with the Kardashians. I said, hey man, like, just be honest with me. You think I got a shot with Kendall? That's all I said. He's like, nah, man, like, Kendall's way low key. Like, you can't go on a date with her and then go like skydiving off the Eiffel Tower. And it got picked up by so many publications, at least 15.
Yeah.
Logan Paul shooting a shot with Kendall Jenner. I'm like, you fuckers, bro. I'm not shooting my shot. All I did was ask a question. So no, I've ruined all hope with any single Jenner for the rest of existence, except maybe Brody. Saw him in a club. I go, that's my guy. Talks for like 20 minutes. Then Mike told me it was Brody Jenner.
I go up to him. I go, do you know who you're just talking to for the past 20 minutes? He's like, yeah. He's like,
No. You go. Yo, what'd you say to Brody? I was like, I'm sorry, what?
What's
you
your
go,
socials?
You go, Brody. I'm like, fuck is Brody, dog? You're like, Brody Jenner. The guy. I was like, who the fuck is Brody Jenner? Nah, Brody. I mean, he was way cool. That's why I talked to this dude who I didn't know for 20 minutes, which was awesome. I just missed the intro. Someone was like, hey, I want you to meet my friend. Like that, the name faded out. But Kylie, she's a girl. What?
What do you think's gonna happen with that? You think she'll just stay single for a while and just do the single mom role?
Tricky now that she got a kid, huh?
Does that degrade her stock?
No, because she's a billionaire and part of the
yes.
Kardashian.
Do you think it's gonna degrade your stock when you have a single kid?
No, I think it's gonna go way up. Single young dads are popping. Well, they're not, but I'm gonna make sure they start.
Yeah, because I was just gonna ask by popping, like, do you have maybe even one example?
No, but I'll it won't be the first time I've
Been a
trailblazed
trails.
Yeah, exactly. I really want to get back to this anger thing though. Are you okay? Because you coming at me this morning.
I woke up really early today. I woke up at like 7:30. And I've just been on fucking phone calls, bro. I got this collab with FaZe Clan that no one knows about coming up. And
like you personally, like Hey Big Mike collab?
Nah,
like, are you joining FaZe Clan?
It's a brand thing.
You play video games?
I'm thinking about playing Fortnite professionally. No, it's like a brand thing. And it's just calls and then emails. And then I was editing the night shift because my editors.
It's okay. Hey, take a deep breath. Take one.
I don't mean to be mean. I don't mean to be mean.
Take a deep breath, bro. Do it with us if you're listening to this. Deep breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth. If you could go back in time and play video games and become a professional video game player and make a bunch of money, would you do it? Because that industry is just booming right now.
I just never was that good.
But I'm saying if you practice.
You watched me play Call of Duty the other night.
I've never seen you get a kill, ever. And by the way, this is how I know it's bad. Because you have like somewhat of an addictive personality. And this is how I know it's bad, because Mike just randomly will disappear, and all of a sudden I hear like guns and shooting noises coming from the corner of the house. And I go in there and Mike's just like zombie mode playing this video game on a stool for hours at a time.
Bent over.
Bro, who the fuck plays video games on a stool?
I did it for like...
What kind of comfort position is that?
I did it during...
Especially when you're the love sack guy.
I did it during the beta for the new Modern Warfare game because it was for 3 days, and I just got stuck, bro. I was like glued to the screen, but it became almost like a little escape for me, bro. Because that's why I'm mad today, because I haven't blown off any stress. I haven't even had time to see a girl. Can't say the same for you.
Yeah, it's
you piece
true.
of shit. I told you last fucking night, bro. He was like, I'm gonna have so and so over. And I was like, bro, don't do that. It's a bad idea. Girl comes over, brings a fucking giant dog with her. The dog comes in, gets in a fight with his dog. He's like, no, man, it's all good. It's chill. Dog fights. There's blood everywhere. Then he's like, let's watch Band of Brothers. Fucking bazookas firing at tanks. I'm like, how is any of this in line with you're supposed to be relaxing after 10 p.m.? And then the girl just comes in, locks her dog in the downstairs room. The dog's crying. Where's my owner? Speaking English. It was just a mess,
Big
bro.
L's last night. Big W's this morning, though. I'm not gonna lie. 6 sparring session, bro. I'm the white Muhammad Ali in there. I swear to God. KSI, watch out, bro. Coming for you. UK, London. He tweeted about it. He said, don't go crying off the stage this time. And I was about to tweet back and be like, I wasn't crying. I was sweating from my eyes. But that's not true. I wasn't even crying. I was just being a little bitch.
Yeah, I feel like it's because I wasn't there.
No, I think I was just having an off day. Like I have like 2 off days a year.
They caught you on one of them.
Yeah.
He's here.
Our guest is here. Quickly, before we bring him on, I just want to address one other thing. Speaking of off days, you guys have a group chat in the house called Everybody Except for Logan?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
It's kind of fucked up.
It just keeps him out of the equation. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing. People make decisions a lot of times based on, who's watching. And anytime you introduce, the boss to the fucking mix, people act different. People act up. Like Andre will act a certain way. Chef Katie will act a certain way because Logan's there. When you remove Logan from it, I get to see everybody's real side.
Our guest is here, dude.
All right.
By the way, he's lit. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest today is the first actual billionaire we've had on the show. He's the star of $1 Billion Buyer on CNBC. He's the owner of Mastro's Catch, Bubblegum, Dos Caminos, and many more restaurants. He also owns the Golden Nugget Hotels and Casino and the Houston Rockets. His new book is called Shut Up and Listen, Hard Business Truths to Help You Succeed. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Tilman Fertitta.
How you doing, bro? What's up, brother?
Hey, man.
Good to have you.
Good to be here.
Welcome, dude. He just walked in. So how's the sound and everything?
Everything's great.
It's all right?
Great. Yeah, we're good.
Cool.
We're good.
Hey, good to see you, man.
Good to see you guys.
Yeah.
Hey, I was boxing, son of a gun. I might come back to LA just to see that shit.
You should. You absolutely should. November 9th, Staples Center.
I saw it.
Hey, it's gonna be crazy. We're training so hard. Like, I've been saying it sort of as a joke, but I notice every time I'm on camera now, I get a little worse and worse. Like, I'm not even a YouTuber anymore. I'm a boxer who like kind of is like sort of does YouTube now.
Let me tell you something. Be a 2-hit wonder instead of a 1-hit wonder.
like
Okay,
this, man.
I'll tell you something. Very few people get to succeed at different things, and for you to be doing this and then say, you know what, I'm going to go conquer that.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. You told me everything I wanted to know about you. You're my kind of guy.
Hey, let's go. Okay, but I have a question for you. On that note, oftentimes I wonder if my versatility takes away from the overall goal of being the best. Do you believe that you're able to spread your talent into different buckets and still be successful, ultra successful in each one?
Absolutely, I do. I feel like not only in does Forbes call me the richest restaurateur, but I have a very successful gaming company. I have a great basketball team, and I think you can do it all. I mean, absolutely, I do. So don't even think about that crap. You go do something else too, okay? Because obviously you're doing both of them damn well right now. So have at it.
That's a fact.
You said be a 2-hit wonder. I think his question is, at what point have you too many wonders? Like, what if he's an 86 hit wonder?
Well, he ain't gonna be. 'Cause if you could do two or three good things at once, that's all you can do. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, we can only handle so much.
Right.
But just like right now, it's hard doing everything. But you could easily box and do this show.
How are you managing all the things that you're doing? Because it's a lot. I mean, even just in the intro, I said like 10 different things, and it didn't hit me that you own a basketball team until he goes, I got a great basketball team. I'm like, holy shit.
Throws it in last
this
second.
man really owns a sports team.
It's great, and that's probably the greatest pleasure of them all, to go to those games and watch them, especially a team in your hometown. Very few people get to own a team in their hometown.
You from Houston?
Yeah, from Houston.
Oh, that's amazing.
Is your favorite burger joint Whataburger?
I grew up eating Whataburger. That's just what we did. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. And I know out here it was for you guys, what, In-N-Out Burger?
In-N-Out.
In-N-Out and Shake Shack. I'm from the East Coast, so Shake Shack.
Well, sure.
Me Five Guys, Ohio.
Yeah, but Shake Shack's new. I mean,
but I think it's kind of.
What did you when you were little? That's what I want to know.
I went to like the local place, not a chain. Paul's Hamburger Shop, Milford, Connecticut.
So what's better, Shake Shack or Paul's?
I like Shake Shack a lot.
Yeah, pretty damn good. But
I like Mastro's the most.
Are you into food? Is that how you got into the restaurant business?
No, I'm into money.
Okay. Wait, but I heard recently the restaurant business is struggling, or it's hard to succeed in the restaurant business.
Well, it is. I mean, it's hard to succeed in what you're doing. It's hard to succeed to be a boxer, but the good ones survive, and that's that. And I talk about it in the book. Is you got to find out what you do well and separate yourself from everybody else.
Yeah.
And it's easy to stand out. All of us are given a God-given talent. I can't win a Grammy singing. I took guitar lessons for 4 years and I still can't play a chord. But God gave me a brain, an entrepreneurial brain, to understand business.
Gotcha.
And I'll talk to you. I can talk to you about any business for a minute and a half, and I'll tell you if you know your shit or not.
Did you say gaming? Did you say you have a gaming team?
No. I also have a gaming
Oh,
team. Yeah. I do have one of those also, though. Clutch Gaming, and we just merged with another one, so that we have like 5 of them. But I own the Golden Nugget
Right,
Casinos.
okay,
There's
that's
5
what-
of those.
that's what you mean.
But I
Okay,
also have
sure.
one of those Clutch Gaming, one of those teams.
So you just happen to have that too.
League of Legends. League of Legends.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
League of
damn.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, listen. Everyone just shut up.
Hey, don't
Hey,
be
well,
mean.
well, hold on a second.
Listen, man, I got a soft dick right now, all right?
Well, that's good news because if you like sex, you'll love BlueChew.com. Blue Chew offers meta performance enhancement for the bedroom because we all like to last a little longer and go a few extra rounds. Sometimes I get stuck on round 1, bro, and I get yelled at. It's not my fault. If only I had some Blue Chew. Ladies and gentlemen, Blue Chew can work faster than pills. They're chewables up to twice as fast. They can be taken on a full or empty stomach. It only takes a few minutes to connect with the BlueChew.com affiliated physician. And if you qualify, you get prescribed online quickly, ships directly to your door in a discreet package. Oh,
It's like a big dick.
big old hard.
Dick.
Yeah. It's ironic because on this episode, shit.
Billionaires.
Billionaires are
But hey,
coming in
even
hot.
billionaires need hard dicks, right?
Big facts. Here's a great deal for you guys. Visit BlueChew.com and get your first order free when you use the promo code Logan. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com. Promo code Logan.
If you want to come, get your gum.
All right, back to the episode. When did you find out or learn that you had an entrepreneur brain and you were able to capitalize on that?
When I was I'll tell you this, when I was a little kid, I would carry around my grandfather's briefcase. I didn't want to read any comic books or watch cartoons. I wanted to look at my business. When I was in junior high, I was already buying candy at the store and selling it to kids. In the high school, I was trading the stock market. When I was 21, I won my first Cadillac selling Shackley vitamins. And then I said, you know what? You're going to own a jet by the time you're 35. And I bought my first jet at 35.
Damn. That's a great goal.
Are you a hustler? Would you say?
I'm not a hustler or promoter because I always talk the talk and walk the walk.
Yeah.
I don't like hustlers and promoters. I just always worked hard and I knew how to make money. I just knew how to do it.
I think I just meant it in the sense of like grinding. Like
Yeah,
you work
I'm a
around.
grinder. Yeah, I talked about keep punching. Don't ever give up. I mean, you just got to find out. You have a few, you get your ass kicked on the 9th, just get up and keep punching again. And next time you're liable to whip his ass.
You hear that, KSI? Hey,
No, because
take that advice.
Obviously, you have something in you that you want it.
Yeah,
Okay, and I think one of the reasons I was successful is I always wanted it a little more than everybody else. And if you want it more, you're going to eventually get it. I can promise you that.
But is that an innate thing? Is that an innate thing to set a goal and do whatever you need to do to accomplish it, or can that be
You
learned?
sound like me right now. You set a goal and then I do whatever it takes to get from point A to point B to get there. And even though I came out on Forbes today as the 140th richest guy in America, I still have goals that I want to accomplish.
Yeah,
and I'm
for
not saying,
sure.
I want to be 120 or 110,
Yeah.
but I'm taking steps right now to accomplish my next goal that
Gotcha.
I want to accomplish.
What is that?
I'd like to own an NFL team now.
Would it be in Texas?
I don't know. The NFL's the NFL, just like the NBA's the NBA.
That is crazy. What are some of the perks of owning an NBA team? Like that's a business venture technically, yeah, not just a
Yeah,
flashy
but-
showman thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, of course, it's a business venture. I mean, I paid $2.2 billion, the most ever paid for a sports team.
Damn.
And but at the same time, there's never been a sports team sell for less, and so you can just almost book it that 10 years from now, that team will be worth $3.2 billion. Okay.
Wow.
Okay, so that's just life. That's
Okay.
just history. What teams continue to go up and up and up, but you just keep, you got to have dreams, and obviously you have dreams of being a great boxer.
Yep.
I assume you're a heavyweight class, aren't you?
Technically cruiserweight. I'm about 200, but
So what is heavyweight now?
I think it's 200 plus.
Is it really?
I think 200 to
I saw some. You got to understand. When I was growing up, I went and saw some of the greatest bouts. I mean, the Muhammad Ali,
Oh,
George
really?
Foreman. I mean, absolutely.
Are you a boxing fan?
Always, you grew up, but you got to understand that when you guys didn't get to understand the great boxers like we did. I mean,
You're so right.
I mean, we got to watch the great middleweights,
Yep.
the lightweights. I mean, Hearns. There was just in every class there was a stud horse.
Yep.
Okay, Sugar Ray. I mean, and nobody gets that. We don't even know who. I guarantee you could stop everybody in this room right now and ask them who in the hell is the heavyweight and middleweight champions of the world, and nobody knows.
Yeah.
Okay, but when I was growing up. Shit, that was it. Okay, there was a big fight. We flew here or flew there and went to it if we could.
It's funny you say that because I have the privilege of working with Shannon Briggs, who's my coach now, and he always says like, "Yo, this is the stuff that the greats did," but no one knew because there wasn't cameras in their camp. It wasn't documented. So when Shannon was growing up, his grandfather taught him how to box, and he learned the secret techniques of the greats, like. That they don't show on camera and that they keep a secret. And the only way you would know is because it's been told down generation from generation.
100%.
Yeah.
And you know, George Foreman still lives in Houston, and I know George, and you know, one of the greatest ever. I mean, just, you know, absolutely the greatest. And it's just a shame that this generation does not get to see these great boxers.
Yeah. Do you have any other qualms with this generation as far as like social media and the way kids are being raised nowadays and cancel culture and like I guess like the softening of America, if you will?
You know, part of it is that it's not your damn fault that technology is different. But you got to understand, when I was growing up, if we wanted to talk to a friend, we had to go get on our parents' phone, okay?
Yeah.
And that's why when we turned 16 years old, the first thing we did was run our ass over to the DMV to get a driver's license. And all of a sudden I started realizing my kids, why are they not worried about doing the same thing? Because you're able to FaceTime and communicate and talk. And it's a different world. And I don't know that you're softer. I don't believe that. It's just things are at your fingertips. And I really realized it when I'm sitting there watching my kids order protein shakes or whatever, and all of a sudden it shows up. Another kid sitting out there by the fireplace, and all of a sudden firewood shows up at midnight because he needed some firewood, and he wasn't going to get his ass in a car and go get it. And it's just, so the softness is kind of created by the technology, because I guess I would be a little soft son of a gun myself. I mean, I know that when I bought my first jet, I learned how to fly it, but now I prefer sitting in the back seat in that G5 and let somebody else taking care of my ass. And that's all you're doing. So
You learned how to fly your own jet?
absolutely.
Why absolutely?
Because I like to know a little bit about everything I do. And it was just something that, once again, you want to accomplish something. And I just said, gosh, you know, I dropped out of college to make money my third year because I preferred money more than learning any more about English and math and not being great at school.
Yeah.
So I just said, so you know what, since I didn't get me a degree, I'll go back and get me a pilot's license. But you know what's so funny? The school I dropped out of, I'm now the longest running chairman of the Board of Regents, the University of Houston.
The irony, the irony. I mean, there's so many stories like that of the person who drops out of school, and it seems like almost like 90% of
The billionaire.
ultra successful people, especially billionaires, are the ones that dropped out of school.
Because what it is that we have something in us, and we are so anxious to go out and make that money and do things that this is bullshit. I'm not learning anything here, and but I'm not telling any kid to drop out.
I was going to say,
This
like
day
your
and
daughters,
time-
are you?
No, all four of my kids, I'll disown them if they don't. She graduates this year from USC.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah, and then I had another
Wow.
son graduate, and I had one that graduated from Ole Miss, who's now in law school, and I have one that's going to graduate from LSU.
Okay, cool.
So we're all over the map.
So interesting. How you said you disown them?
No, I'm not going to disown.
I know. But facetiously, I mean,
You have to have a college degree today. I just think out of
You
respect,
think so?
you have to have it. Yeah, unless you want to become a billionaire.
Did you say
well, most people do. if
No,
I'm
but
being
I
honest.
do know. I mean, if I could evaluate one of them and say, I understand you're not made for school and it's just not in you, I would understand.
But she is.
I don't.
She got a suit coat on.
No, I don't dictate anything to my kids. When they were, whatever they wanted to do, I've never been one of those parents. I don't try to make them something they're not. And if they were not fit for school, I would not have them go to school.
Apple and Google have started to roll back some of those requirements for potential candidates to have bachelor's degrees. And it looks like generally when businesses at that level start to act a certain way, that trickles down to businesses underneath them. Do you think we'll see a day where bachelor's degrees are obsolete?
it's already happening.
Yeah.
And part of the problem is that we need a workforce in America. And that's why they're telling people there's nobody doing construction anymore. There's nobody repairing cars
Land
anymore.
surveying.
It's crazy.
Right.
And so they're talking more about going to 2-year programs and 1-year programs where you have a profession that way. And with wages growing up in the construction industry the way they are, the people are making as much as they make with a college degree.
Do you think James Harden's patented step back jumper is a travel?
Absolutely not. Are you crazy? What are you watching? How about his
Just
new
watching some ESPN over here, you know?
Well, him and Russ get along on the court?
100. I'll tell you this. One is Chris and James were East Coast and West Coast. James and Russ are both West Coast LA guys. Okay. And they came in. You got to understand, Chris is 34 and James is 30. In basketball years, that's like 12 years difference.
Right.
Okay.
Because of what style and
Yeah,
so on.
and who you came in with,
Yep.
and because your whole basketball
Your
life
class.
is usually 8 to 10 years. So you got to look at it not as, they're only 4 years apart. They're 4 years in basketball years, and I think that Russ and James, they're both coming in at the same time. They're both 30 years old. They know this is it. They're both under contract to the Houston Rockets for the next 4 years, and they want one thing. You can take all their greatness and all the awards both of them have won, but if you don't win a championship, it's just something that's going to be off your resume,
Absolutely.
and you will never be known as one of the greatest.
Absolutely.
But if they win a championship or two, they're going to always be known as one of the greatest. Hakeem Olajuwon's a great example.
Yep.
Okay, Hakeem Olajuwon's always on everybody's Mount Rushmore.
Yep.
But if he doesn't win those 2 championships at Houston, he's just another center. He's
Did
just
you
another-
own when Hakeem was on the team? No, right?
Oh, no. I was a young son.
Yeah.
No.
I remember Hakeem. That was a while. That was 15, 20 years
93,
ago.
94.
You have a strategy for getting over that hump to winning the championship?
Well, I have all these Tillmanisms in the book, and
Yeah,
the
yeah.
95-5 rule is one of them. And at the end of the year, I sat down with Daryl Morey, my general manager, and Mike D'Antoni, the coach, and I said, we're going to apply some business principles here. We do 95% of everything right. Okay, that's why we're so damn good. In the last 2 years, we've won more games than anybody. But we're going to figure out what the 5% is. And we sat there and we wanted our pace to move up a little bit. And then when Paul George got traded out here to the Clippers and Russ came, we feel like Russell is truly that missing link that we're going to be able to put this whole thing
Oh, yeah.
together.
So that 95-5, the 5% is analyzing weakness.
Absolutely. It's always, or what do you, it's kind of like, let me just use this as an example because it's simple and it's something everybody can relate to. We all do 95% of everything right, just like you do. That's why you guys are successful. But it's kind of like pulling up to, pulling up here just now. Okay, well, let me see. You have somebody meeting me. That's right. They couldn't be any more polite. What can we do for you before we walk in here? You walk in here. You've done everything right. Okay.
Is it the chain? What did we do
It's
wrong?
that- I haven't found the 5% yet, but I'll let your ass know before we get done.
Okay, I'm assuming it's the chain. Let me know. I don't normally
No,
wear
it's
this. It's
great.
part of a shtick.
No, but it's like driving up to a restaurant. I can judge it, or a retail store, and is the parking lot clean? Is their lights burn out? Is there trash as you walk in the front door? Are there dead weeds? Is the window as you pull the handle? Is the window smudged? So it's just all that kind of little things that separate you from everybody else. And I talk about that so much in the book. It is so easy to separate yourself from everybody else. You just have to want to do it because everybody else is just going like this. You go like this.
How much of a detriment could that 5% potentially be to your overall being received by someone else? Because a lot of times identifying that 5% is not so easy for the person that's doing the identifying, right? So what's your go-to method of finding out what your weakness is? Is it good advisors? Is it what do you
Well,
think?
it's culture in my company, and it's something that I've taught, and I have 60,000 employees, but
Wow.
everybody hears about, the 95-5 rule, and that he can see a burnout light bulb from 40,000 feet from the jet. I mean, it becomes a culture in your company. And I'm not saying we're perfect, okay? I screw up every day, and my own people screw up every day, and so do I. But you strive for the perfection, and that's why you're successful. And that's why I'm the guy that keeps being able to buy companies because they don't do the 95 rule and they screw up.
And you go and fix them.
100%. And a lot of times it's not at the store level, it's at the corporate level, and they make bad business decisions. And that's why I say all it does for me is create an opportunity, and that's what I get to do.
You love it.
I love it because you know what I call it? Eating the week, okay?
Yeah.
You eat the week, okay?
Do you think is there a devil's advocate, is there a downfall to the eat in the week mentality? And more so, is there anything that money has done for your life that you do not like? That strategy of eating the rich or eating the weak, you've gotten so rich. Is there anything that it's done that you don't like? Has it taken too much of your time?
Not at all, because I haven't changed. People still watch me walk through a casino, and if there's a cigarette butt on the floor, or there's a candy wrapper, they'll still see me stoop down and pick it up. And that's part of the culture of the company, is that I still walk back there in that kitchen and say hello to the guy washing the dishes, because you know what? If that guy wasn't washing dishes, we wouldn't have anybody sitting in that restaurant, because people don't like eating off of dirty dishes. And that guy's really important to me. So
that mentality right there, what you just described, how important do you think having that was to your success versus just being a cold-hearted businessman?
I think it had a lot to do with my success.
Yeah.
Is that's what a leader does. Is you don't see me walk around in a 3-piece suit and play big shot ever.
Why not? Why aren't you the one with the 50-carat diamond chain?
I'm trying to get
around
this.
your neck
I'm
right
trying
now?
to get this thing off.
Because you think of billionaires. I mean, what is that, a Rolex?
That is, but look, it's a very laid back, casual Rolex.
It is.
You don't see any diamonds.
I think
on
it's
it.
ironically
Where are
the
your
same one
diamonds?
Jeff has.
I just don't have
Same
any
watch as
diamonds.
Jeff?
Take that son of a bitch off.
You always see those memes of, like, you know, the rapper who just made $1 million around his neck, and then the billionaire who's wearing a simple T-shirt and jeans or whatever you're wearing.
What are you driving these days?
I will tell you this, okay? This is the truth, okay? All right, now I want you to listen to this shit, okay? I've owned the Bentley Rolls Bugatti dealership in Houston for a long time.
Not the cars.
Okay.
The dealership that sells the cars to the millionaires. Okay.
And all my basketball players.
Yeah, of course. Do you give them good deals?
But you know what? For the first time ever, I went out and drove my Bugatti last week. And but this is the truth: when you can buy whatever you want, you don't need to do it. And I've been driving an Escalade for years and years. Yep. And they asked me to drive this new Bentley GT that came in, the SUV small.
Yep.
And it was black on black wheels, everything. And I said, I'll take it out for a spin. Took it out for a spin, got back in my Escalade and started driving it home. And I go, this thing drives like shit compared to this Bentley.
Oh, shit.
And I
there goes the Bentley sponsorship.
I went back. No, I went back and grabbed the Bentley, and I've been driving it now. This black on black, Bentley. God, I feel horrible. What's the name? The Bentayga.
The Bentayga?
Yeah, Bentayga. It is just a great vehicle. But it also, it's not like it stands out. It's not like it's.
He wants one. No. You got an extra one?
Of course I do. $240,000. I'll get your ass one right now.
Which Bugatti? Did you get the Super Sport?
It's a super sport.
You did? 2.2 million.
No, 3.2
3.2 million.
3.2 million.
Most expensive production car?
I think so. And I'll tell you this.
Horsepower?
What is it?
It does 0 to
Veyron
60 and
Super
2.8. That's it. Look at my man here.
I know enough.
What you been Googling?
My thing is I know enough about everything to have to have a conversation with you. Not a lot.
But you know
enough.
what? That's
this
good.
one?
Yeah.
I've had the privilege of driving one of these in Dubai.
You know what? That looks real. Mine is just like that, except it's red because I want a little red and black in there. But this is the truth. So it looks kind of like that one down there. When you drove it, did this not shock the hell out of you?
I was with him. It was prior.
Okay.
I drove it.
Okay. So how about the G's when you punch that, even on a city street, that you have to adjust for a second or you'll get sick in your stomach.
Yeah.
Yep.
You truly hit the accelerator and you go, wait, did this just really happen?
It doesn't make sense. It's a rocket ship.
It is a
with
rocket
4 wheels.
ship.
Yeah.
It is crazy.
Yep.
And you're just sitting there and you're only going from here to that fence, and you can hit 80 miles, 90 miles.
You got
an
the
hour.
two key. Did you ever turn the second key on?
I haven't. I just drove it for the first time.
Oh, they tried to when we got lended the Bugatti in Dubai, and they tried to withhold the second key. What it makes
Turns
it
on
faster,
the other
right?
500 horsepower, right?
Right.
Yeah, those motherfuckers, bro.
But you hear those turbo. Maybe it was on the other day because you hear both of those turbos kick in.
Yeah.
And you feel like you're in the space shuttle. I mean, it is crazy shit. It really is.
He's showing us right now. You have the same pants and watch as Jeff right now.
You have the same watch though, yeah?
So my question,
I knew it looked familiar.
Yeah, my question-
Hey, is that the one I wore on Kimmel? Yep. Jeff lended me his watch when I was on Jimmy Kimmel. It was that one.
It's this one right
It's
here.
just a classic.
so are you under or is he over? Like, what's good here? Like, are you on and he's just way out? Okay.
I think I'm the normal one here.
What's the most expensive thing you've bought for yourself as a recreational toy, like a Bugatti, for example?
Probably the Bugatti, right?
No, probably the Houston Rockets at 2.2 billion.
Oh my
God, yeah.
Bro, Grant Cardone came on. He's like, yeah.
No,
bought a $50 million jet.
probably a yacht. Probably as a toy. That
Are you a
really-
yacht guy?
I just can't help myself, and I just can't. I mean,
What's-
it's the greatest, most relaxing thing
Where you have it docked?
right now. It's in Atlantic City. Probably getting as soon as hurricane's over. I just brought it back from Europe. Used it all summer over in Europe. But
You ever meet that guy with the Russian guy? What's it, Abramovich?
Abramovich? I've never met him, but we've been anchored by each other before, and I try to not get too close because I look like I'm the little boy.
In that, the one time in life, his yacht is $1.9 billion. He's got a $1.9 billion yacht.
That is not true. He's a lying son of a gun.
But it's what it's reported as.
I know, but that's
Yeah.
all bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay.
He probably
no.
just
they just absolutely. It's not probably a $400 million
that
yacht.
much off.
Yeah. Trust me. I know what yachts cost. Because
How much was yours?
I'm building a bigger one right now myself, a 252 Fed ship, and this is my fifth one that I'm on, and
You
I just
have all
know-
5?
No,
You sold and rebought.
Yeah. In
okay,
2000, I built a 112, then I built a 130, then I built a 146.
Damn.
Now I have a 165, and I'm building a 252.
You sound bored.
No, I'm not at all. I'm not at all. But it's just one of those things. Is I don't care about buying a Picasso. I don't care about going shoot anything. People love. I love the yachting world. It's
Got
just
it.
very relaxing.
You got
Yeah.
any military technology on that bad boy? Because I think Abramovich has got like a rail gun, some anti-aircraft shit.
Well, they say that, but if you go into certain countries with that, you can't even have a gun. You'd be shocked at the rules in certain countries, and you can't even have a gun on a yacht.
Yeah, we're going to the UK on Sunday for his press conference.
They don't. The police don't even have guns.
Yeah, we can't. We want to. Obviously, we're from America, so we're hoping to bring some 50 cals with us. And we can't do shit.
No,
We're
just like
gonna-
in Mexico. I mean, you walk into Mexico with a rifle, they'll arrest you and put you in prison. I mean,
But
it's
there,
just-
they at least the cops have the big
Yes.
guns.
But in the UK, I think a few more cops with all the terrorism today. There's a few more guns over there.
Yeah. The Royal Guard is allowed to, I believe, is allowed to carry weapons there.
No,
firearms.
it's crazy, because we're so used to guns, and me being from Texas, everybody's got guns. I mean, I have them everywhere, but it's nuts in some of these other countries what you can and can't do with guns.
Tillman, a lot of people want to know: does money solve everything?
Absolutely not.
No.
No.
Does it allow you to surround yourself with amenities and freedom that you wouldn't be able to otherwise? That could potentially keep you happier if you didn't have it.
Let me just say this. I think most people, and I hate to say this, and it's and everybody says, oh, it's so easy for him to say that. But you give me a comfortable, bed, a cold room, and a good television, and a good remote control. Most people are pretty happy.
Yeah.
The one luxury that I just say is, and if I never went on a yacht again the rest of my life, I'd be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, it's nice though going from city to city, and you not have to check out of hotels. You just stay on it.
Yeah.
But the greatest luxury, and that I have to say is really a luxury, is private travel. The
Yeah.
private jet.
I've noticed that.
I have never been through TSA
ever.
ever because
In your life?
No, because I bought my first jet when in 1991,
TSA didn't exist.
and they didn't exist. And so I have vowed never to go fly public.
You wouldn't do it just for the experience?
Hell no.
Because let me tell you, it is.
And then they're going to start throwing my shit in the trash and everything. I wouldn't even know how to pack that way.
It ain't great. It ain't great.
And that's probably the one luxury. And it's become a joke to me because it's been now, almost 29 years that I haven't flown, 30 years that I haven't flown, on I don't even know what you call it, commercial aircraft?
Some sort
You don't
of
even know what to
commercial
call
flight.
it. Are you are you a Trump guy?
I'm a.
Or are you I don't discuss it guy?
I'm a I don't discuss it guy. Let me just say this. We live in a great country, and I've been friends with the last 4 presidents. I've had Bush in my house. I've had the Clinton in my house 3 times when he was president. And we're at a polarizing time, and I don't like it either way, and it's not good for this country. And I think both sides need to get their shit together.
Agreed.
Both sides. Okay.
George Bush Jr. told me his favorite thing to do in life was clear brush. His favorite thing at his ranch.
And there is not a finer guy. And this is him in my office last week. Was George H.W.
Just hanging out.
He's
In your office last week?
Last week.
I also saw your passcode. It's pretty simple. I would have expected something much more complicated from a billionaire.
We'll blank that out.
That's just the date. That's just last week. Okay, but I have great connections with Bill, and matter of fact, Bill and 41 got together because I was friends with both of them, and that's when they shot the tsunami commercial, and me and 41 flew up on my jet together and had lunch with Bill, and that's the whole day they became friends.
You got a favorite one to hang out with?
Bill Clinton's a lot of fun, but I'll tell you, 43. This is a guy that is just a great guy that's very smart, that just loves to have a beer and sit there. And these are presidents are special guys. They're very special guys.
You have an activity that you like to do that would equate to clearing brush for George Bush, like surely backgammon.
Probably watching sports, just truly sitting back or going to a movie. At the movie theater, and I'm able to zone everything out for a few minutes and turn my phone off and eat a big old thing of popcorn and just drink a Diet Coke.
Damn,
I mean,
makes it sound so nice.
I know. I have to say that's probably my number one relaxation. And another thing is, like, my last birthday, we all go eat at these fancy restaurants because we can. But you know what I did on my last birthday? I went and got Popeye's fried chicken.
Hey,
God,
there we go.
And to eat my couple of big old juicy spicy breasts and to have that red beans and rice and doing that roll and everything. And I just said, why am I going to go out and eat something fancy? Why not just have what you really want? Some Popeye's fried chicken. And that's a regret that I didn't buy the company a few years ago when it started.
I just regret that I didn't buy Popeyes last night, not the company, just the actual food. If you had one food and it was either Popeyes fried chicken or Mastro's butter cake for the rest of your life, you had to make a choice. What would it be?
It's not even close. Popeye's fried chicken.
No way.
Oh, absolutely.
We're obsessed with Mastro's butter cake.
Yeah, your butter cake's
and it is
incredible.
unbelievable. But you got to be honest with yourself. And if somebody told me you have to eat Popeye's fried chicken today, and the next night you got to eat a great cheeseburger, fries, and a shake, and the next night you got to eat a Domino's pepperoni pizza, I could live the rest of my life like that, but I'd weigh 600 pounds. I would look like Beecher used to look. I'd be an ugly mother.
I used to be a fat boy too.
No, you
Yeah,
didn't.
Yeah,
I had
300 pounds.
Another 90 pounds on me. Dropped it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You're unbelievable.
Thank you.
Doing
Yeah,
good, man.
cycling.
So you're a disciplined son of a gun. I mean, I love disciplined people.
I wish I could say on certain things.
I'm disciplined about business and watching my weight.
Yeah.
I mean,
What do you do?
run a little bit and lift a little bit and watch what I eat. Okay, and I can't eat a butter cake.
How old are you?
I'm an old son of a gun. You wouldn't believe how old I am.
Because you scream
you look
mid
young.
40s.
Yeah, you look young, but
I've never
you have
done anything.
a maturity to you that
I'm 60.
on the dot.
damn. Do you have a secret? Like you spray your skin with rose water or something?
No, really. I've never smoked. Okay. never really drank that much until I got older in my life.
Really?
Really enjoy.
Really?
enjoy.
Usually the opposite, I feel like.
No, and never really did drugs.
Can you explain that a little bit? Why did you start drinking later in life because you found that you had the time to do so?
I think so. And it just all of a sudden I realized this is fun. This is
What, being a billionaire?
no, just relaxing.
Sorry.
Relax. That's
Okay,
fun
yeah.
too. Don't get me wrong. But it's just kind of fun. I'll sit, it's fun to go out after work and go to one of your places or somebody else's places and just sit there and have a couple of drinks. And
We're on a 60, it'll be about an 85-day hiatus prior to the fight. We're about 60 days deep, maybe 50 days deep. And the main question right now is, do we go back? Do we go back to partying, or do we stay in this ultra productive? I mean, the things that have happened over the past 4 weeks are just mind blowing, just from the amount of stuff we've gotten done.
All right, so tell me what you've gotten done. I want to hear this.
I have my own show, so I've gotten multiple episodes of that show out, brand deals, tons of collaborations on the business side. I do a lot of brand marketing work. I've got multiple businesses I work on. So I wake up in the morning at 7:30. I sit on the computer. I close the computer around 2 a.m. and I go to sleep. There's maybe an hour in between where I take a nap, but it's very quick break. That's it. It's just work straight through the entire day.
And neither one of y'all are drinking right now because
Nothing.
you're training.
He's training. I'm doing it with him
And
as
you're
a
supporting
vow
him.
of-
You're supporting
Yep,
him.
that's right.
That's important.
That's my guy.
No, that is unbelievable. Now, when the fight's over, what will you do?
Well, that's the question, because last year I had this burning desire after the fight. I was like, oh, I can't wait to party and travel. And now, maybe it's because I'm older. I'm like, yo, this sober lifestyle is actually kind of fucking dope. Like when I go to parties, I actually have sometimes more fun when I'm sober, because watching drunk people is hilarious.
No. But you know what you can do? And I even realized this, because sometimes you just don't want to drink for a few days. You want your body, even though drinking is never going to make you overweight, because it's easy calories. And
What about the
especially-
food you eat afterwards?
That's the problem.
The food is everything.
Yeah.
I mean, the food, even working out, if you eat too much, you can't even work out enough almost. But if you're sitting there and you just, because everybody else has a drink, and you just put soda and lime in it, and because you're fine.
Here's the problem. Personally, I'm a man of extremes.
Same.
So if I'm drinking, I'm gonna have a few soda limes.
And you know what? I've never been an extremist at anything. Liberal, conservative, or the way I drink, the way I eat. The only thing I've probably been extreme at is business. That I just, the next deal. I'm a deal junkie. I've got to do that next damn deal, or I'm gonna lose my mind. So
how long are you working every day? Like, what time do you get up? What time do you go to sleep?
I probably wake up around 8:30, and then drink coffee and read emails and see everything that happened the day before, and read a couple of newspapers on my iPad. And I want to know what's going on in the world business. Watch some CNBC, watch some Stephen A. and Fox, and Colin, and watch what's going on in the sports world. Probably get to my office around 11:30, 12, and then I might be there till 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night.
It's a pretty
6 days a week, 7 days a week.
5 days a week, but then usually go to the office for a couple hours, 3-4 hours, on Saturday, when the guys, we can just sit around without all the damn interruptions and come up with shit.
I wanted to ask you this because recently in this house, we've been placing a great deal of importance on off days, specifically Sundays, and forcing ourselves to do nothing, because our work is our fun. And before you know it, we'll have worked an 18-hour day. And subconsciously, that can lead to burnout, which has happened to me in the past. I didn't even know it. I didn't no way. I'm a big man, big macho man, alpha type guy. I don't burn out, but it happened. So I guess I'm asking for you, what are the importance of off days, if any?
I think you need that one day just to let your brain rest. Okay. I really do think that. But you got to understand, I'm a guy that if I'm in town and it's a Memorial Day or Labor Day and you don't have work that Monday, I'm kind of lost, because my sport is business, and I love going to my fiefdom in my office and making decisions and telling people what to do. So there's nothing wrong with what your guys are doing right now. It's your sport, okay? It is your sport, and as long as you're enjoying it, just don't go to the extreme that you get burnt out. I've never been burnt out. I have never suffered from Burnout, and I've been at this a long time.
What's your self-care ritual look like? Is it going to the movies and stuff like that? Do you have anything else, massages that you like to?
You know, not regularly. I really nothing. You just try to work out a little bit every week, but you got to watch what you eat. The food is the one that just gets you. You know, that if you don't, and the older you get, the harder it is. Okay, I mean, but you got to watch what you eat.
I want to talk about the first million you've ever made. How old were you, and how did you do it? And was that, did you compound that to achieve the success you achieve now, or was there a series of ups and downs?
This is really a good question. When I was 21 years old, I was selling Shackley vitamins, and I said, I'm going to take it to a different level. I'm going to open up stores. And it was truly the first organic products, the organic vitamins, the organic makeup and hairdo, and the organic protein shakes and everything. And this is in the early 80s. And then I spring that into when Pac-Man and Asteroids came out. And I always had my brain working, you know, that entrepreneurial brain. And I'm going to go out and buy these machines. And I remember walking in there and thinking I had to buy them. And this guy who was the distributor said, 20% down and we'll finance these. And you know, you file the UCC, and if you don't pay them, they come pick them up. So all of a sudden, before I looked up, I had hundreds of these machines around town. I'd go to location, restaurants, bars. Sears was the big department store then. I put game rooms and all the Sears. And all of a sudden, you look up and you're in your 20s, and you know you're making $100,000 a month. Now remember, $100,000 a month
back then
is
like $1 million
making,
bucks a month.
I mean, it was. I was into some long money.
Yeah,
and so I had my first. I had a couple of $1 million in the bank when I was in my mid-20s. And then I built my first hotel when I was 26 years old. Wow. Okay. But then the world fell apart. And you guys are too young, but the true world fell apart. And that's when, you know, you hear these banks too big to fail today. Yep. What they are roll-ups of all the banks that failed, where the government took out the bad assets, but all the depositors and everybody they had to keep. And I had I'm like 27 years old, 26 years old, and I'm blowing and going, and I have loans at 9 different banks in town. Okay, and the world is truly coming apart.
What year was this?
This was late 80s, like 86. Okay. Now
what was going on?
It was the SNL and bank crisis of the 80s. And that's why you don't even have SNL.
Right.
So many people went to prison, everything.
It led to a massive recession.
Massive recession. Yep. So listen to this. This is unbelievable. Every Tuesday, so I'm really starting to struggle, and I'm starting to get behind on some bank loans, okay? Because the world fell apart. Yep. When I tell you buildings, they just stopped building. I mean, it was horrible. Every bank that I was doing business with failed. Now think about that. And so all of a sudden, you have a payment due the next week or the next day. There's no bank to pay. Okay, and you pick up the phone. There's nobody to call. You don't call the FDIC.
Did FDIC exist at the time?
Yes.
Was your money covered?
Your money. That's what happens. They take bad assets out, and so the government insures all the deposits that are in the bank.
Yep.
But your loans, there were so many bad loans out there. They had to form this company, the Resolution Trust, to start working with everybody. I didn't hear from them for 4 years. Damn. 4 years. I got a reprieve from the governor. Okay. So over the next 4 years, you can't build buildings anymore. And I still had my video game business, but it had fallen because half the restaurants closed. I start building more restaurants. And then that's when the big growth of chain restaurants came in. Outback, Cheesecake Factory, Landry's, Chili's. And we all went public in the early 90s. And then so it was 1992. I was doing $30 million in revenue, making $5 million a year. And I took my company public, and all of a sudden you wake up and you're worth $100 million on the stock market. Okay, so that's then.
What was the company you took public?
Landry's. Okay. And I owned 100% of it.
Yep.
Okay, and grew it for the next 20 years to do over $2 billion in revenue. And then you had the next recession, the 08-09 recession. Yep. So my stock fell. I was tired of being public. So then I took it private, owning 100%. And so today it's a $4 billion revenue company, does $700 million in EBIT. It's probably the largest single shareholder company in America. I have not one
700 million in annual EBITDA.
in EBITDA. Yeah.
Ironic. We go to all your restaurants. I was wondering if you could help Mike get in the catch. He struggles sometimes.
Hey, he doesn't struggle anymore.
It's not true.
Where's Mike at?
I'm just kidding.
I'm right here.
Oh, this Mike. Okay, there's another Mike that I gave him.
Oh, Michael Gruen. Yeah. Another great.
He thought we were talking about Gruen.
Yeah.
I did.
Gruen can get in.
I don't struggle to get a catch ever. I got plugs there. I got plugs there.
Well, I can tell you this: you better not ever have a problem at any of my places.
Thank you.
Ever.
Oh,
I'm
thank
going.
you,
I'm
bro.
actually bringing
I had
my-
one problem.
Uh-oh.
I hate to do this. I really don't. I just feel like
Maybe you don't do it.
No, I have to do it because I feel like I have to say it on this episode. I was eating just a delicious meal at Mastro's one day, and when I was gone, I was eating the meal. A coyote was here at my house, eating a meal of his own, which was my dog.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I was at Mastro's and I got the call from him. He's like, "Yo, you gotta come home." It has nothing to do with you. I feel like I needed to
Did
say
that
that.
change your thoughts on Mastro's at all?
You would think, bro, but that fucking butter cake is so good. I had to go back.
Well, I would have brought y'all a butter cake today. We could have all
We
eaten.
love-
I would have gone. So
can't.
you're telling me I keep hearing these horrible stories, okay? Coyotes are everywhere right now.
Yeah.
Everybody's got them in their yard,
Yep.
from Texas to New York to Cal. And everybody's scared to death they're going to eat their dog.
So I wasn't. I thought that was an urban myth. I didn't think that coyotes actually hopped your fence and stole your Pomeranian, and that's a thing.
And I had to watch it on video and then call him because we have security footage.
Yeah, it
so
wasn't
we said,
great.
where's Kong? And had to watch this coyote come in and put
You know
it.
what's so funny? I looked at a video that I think you showed me yesterday where one went after this little girl.
A coyote?
And the coyote went after bring me that video. Find me that video. Okay, and
Look that
the
up.
little girl, the coyote went after her and she turned and kind of scared because she just didn't fall down. If she would have fallen, the coyote would have bit the hell out of her.
Holy crap.
This video is unbelievable. You got to see this, okay?
So that the mentality of coyotes is just pure evil. Now, do we blame them because we sort of took over their land and now they have nowhere to live? Or do we get angry and after they kill your animals, hunt them, which I attempted to do for a week. Now, I didn't kill a coyote, but I sat outside in full camo and I used shampoo that covers your scent. And I tried to get retribution for the death of my beloved Kong.
I know, but the problem is you probably shouldn't have tried to kill your scent because I think it even attracts them.
I know,
think.
that's what you do that for deer hunting. I panicked. Like they don't care what a human smell like.
No,
They're running
no.
around the neighborhood all day. But
Bring it up here, Jerry.
I got the link myself. I'm gonna send it over to
we're gonna try to find this video of this.
I'm gonna send it to
coyote
training camp because it's the first
attacking
one that
girl.
I got it. I just sent it to you.
Girl attacked by coyote
There
in
you
front
go.
yard. Look at that. The Google machine's powerful. Please don't serve me an ad. Fucking Grant Cardone ad.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, here it is right here. Watch the little girl now come up. Have y'all seen this?
No, this is crazy.
This is crazy. Now watch the coyote. He's walking down
no.
the street. See the coyote sees her. He's
Oh,
running
no.
and turns around to say, I'm going to go get her ass.
I'll do the
Watch
sound
this.
effects for the girl.
No, please don't.
All right.
Watch this. Look at the coyote. Decides, I see a little girl. See him right there?
Oh my God.
Now watch this. This is crazy shit.
Oh, shit.
no.
Oh. She said hello.
Now watch this. Watch this. But she turns around.
Oh
and
my
kinda
God.
and it scares the coyote just enough.
Oh my
But if
God.
she would have fallen, that coyote
Done,
would have
done.
taken a chunk.
Oh my God.
And that little guy just rode up on a tractor at the end, out of nowhere. Did you see that shit?
Yo, that
Dude on a
I swear,
tractor.
I just got PTSD.
No,
because that's
But-
a human.
No, but if that little girl would have fallen, that coyote would
Done.
have bit the hell out of her.
Dunzo.
Speaking of falling, Dow's down 800.
No, don't
In the
tell me
past
that.
2 days.
Oh, I know.
What are your? You think we got another one coming? What's the deal here, man? Get me away from this exposure.
Let me just tell you this, okay? And I've been around for a few of these, and the one thing about it, and you need to always remember this: history repeats itself.
Always.
Okay, and when things, and I talk about this in the book, when things are really good, we forget they're ever going to be bad again. And when things are really bad, we forget they're going to be good again.
I love that.
Okay?
I love that saying.
And I'm full of these kind of sayings. And things have been really good, and we've been good long enough that you forget it's going to be bad. And y'all haven't experienced it yet in your adulthood, have you? How old are you guys?
24.
Define
Okay.
what are you talking about?
Well, you've only seen it good since you're 13, 14
I've never
years
seen
old.
anything good until about 5 years ago. I spent my whole life in bad.
I know, but
You're talking about just the market strictly.
The world, the whole world,
Yeah.
maybe your life individually, but you haven't seen bad yet. When the
Yeah.
whole world, and you think, well, how's that going to affect me? Everything's going great.
Right.
It affects everybody when it goes bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's going to happen is we're all fat. We've bought every TV we can buy. We've bought all the cars we can buy. We've built apartments and homes everywhere, and everybody's fat. And so what happens? Developers keep building because that's how they make money. That's how they get fees. And so developers are always going to develop until they get whacked across the head, and the lenders lend until they get whacked across the head, and there's nobody to buy anything anymore. And that's exactly where I think we're going right now. We're all fat. There's nothing else to buy, and that's why already you start to see little things drifting.
What should we do? How do we insulate?
You know what I do? I build my balance sheet and my liquidity when times are bad, so I eat the weak when times are not.
We had Grant Cardone.
And I know that's tough, but I watch people spend all their money because things are good and they think it's never going to stop. Save your money because you'll be shocked at what. Don't buy a house when the market's at the top. You buy a house or when the market's not good. You invest money when the market's not good. You don't go invest money in the market right now. It's going down.
Do you believe in safety nets?
For sure. I mean,
We had Grant Cardone on last week, who is a $100 millionaire. His investment strategy is so aggressive that he doesn't think that you should have any money put aside.
He says cash is trash.
okay, you know what? I've always had liquidity, and the reason that I'm worth $5 billion today by Forbes is because I was able to buy things when other people can't because I kept the liquidity in the balance sheet.
I agree
to
with
do
that.
it.
That makes more sense
so
to
much.
me.
You buy when there's blood on the streets, right?
100%. I'm just telling you that's been my roadmap.
Are you a stock guy? Personal stock portfolio?
Yeah, it's a
Can you
big
even
number.
say this?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, you don't have to say the number. I'm just curious.
I'm not that big because I'm a developer. I open up and I buy cash flow and chains, or I build big hotels or big buildings, or casinos. And so I probably have $100 million worth of stocks, but when you look at my whole
Chump change.
no, that is not. I mean, every dollar is a dollar. Okay. But I like to take it and get a better return in businesses that I can own and operate. And as you guys keep making money, just remember this. Don't ever invest. I told this to a bunch of NFL players last year 2 years ago at the Super Bowl. They had me speak to them. Don't ever invest money with somebody who's got less money than you.
That's great. Yeah,
Okay.
I've heard that before. It's great.
Don't ever do that.
Any thoughts on hitting the sidelines on your personal portfolio? You scared about the current state of things at all?
No, I'm not really worried about it, and I'm not worried about a dip.
Because it comes back.
Because it comes back,
Yep.
okay? But people panic, and the worst thing you can do is panic.
Yeah.
Okay, just always ride out the wave. Always ride it out. But also, if you're thinking about buying something, don't go buy a house right now because in 2 years you're going to buy it for a whole hell of a lot cheaper. People don't realize when things go bad, how bad they really get. And something that cost you $5 million today, you could buy for $1 million. That's how bad it gets. Wow. Maybe 500,000.
You ever meet Buffett?
I have met him.
Spend time with him?
Not a lot, but Buffett. There's nobody that eats the weak more than Buffett, but he wants to act like, oh, I'm just doing capitalism. But he's the greatest at taking advantage of people when they're down.
He's also the greatest at managing personal wealth.
100.
They made him take his wallet out, I remember, on a couple news shows, and he still got the green Amex card. The green one. God, he drives
Isn't that
around.
funny?
Yeah.
I know, but that's part of his stick. I mean, that's his stick. I mean, everybody's got a stick, and he wants to act like I'm just a normal guy. He's not. Okay.
Right.
Hey, Tillman, your book, Shut Up and Listen. It's out now?
Yeah, made bestsellers list.
Where can they buy it?
Online or basically every bookstore.
Okay.
I mean, it's everywhere.
Amazing. Today we shut it up and we listened. And I want to thank you for coming on Impulsive, blessing us with your wisdom.
Hey, I learn from you guys too. You listen every day, and you hang out with everybody, and we all become smarter every day.
Facts. Do you have social media?
Absolutely.
What is it? Where can they find you?
Instagram, Facebook, and
Just your name?
What's your handle?
Tillman. Yeah.
Great.
And I probably wouldn't have done it if I wouldn't have done the show $1 Billion Buyer, but then I didn't do it, and then they said, "Oh, you have to do."
They
this.
go hand
and,
in hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you're into social media.
Yeah, yeah.
We didn't
facts.
even get a chance to talk about restaurants. Maybe next time. I was gonna ask you what about Catch and Mastros. I think those topics are super interesting. I guess we'll hit it next time.
Hey, anytime. I'm in LA all the time, and anytime y'all want to talk about things for your listeners or viewers, I usually have an opinion.
Ha, very cool. Very cool. All right. Thank you, brother. Hey, guys, thank you for listening to Impulsive, the #1 podcast in the world. Hit that subscribe button. We love you. We'll see you next time for one more episode before we go dark, before the fight against KSI November 9th. Take it easy. Peace.